What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Kelis. I came across a post where Kelis is still bitter about her breakup with Nas. I think that, she has tried over the years, I would say before her previous partner passed away, to try to sully the name of Nas, even though he has pretty much moved on. You would think that she has as well, but she hasn't. And we're going to get into what she had to say. Someone made a comment talking about how Nas and Kelis should double back and possibly get back together. And she was like, stop, it was 15 years ago. Do you want your ex for almost 2 decades ago? I mean, and also, let me say this too. Someone said, give Nas his bread back. She said, LOL, he owes me actually. Get out of here. Only a loser is worried about someone else's money. LOL, please. Well, you were worried about Nas's money because you did an interview with Hollywood Unlocked and you made a lot of unfounded allegations towards him because you wanted more child support. Let's be very clear about this. And this was years after y'all had already divorced and separated. You were with somebody else, but you did this interview. You're being highly emotional because you wanted money, because Nas financially has done very well for himself. Maybe she thought that Nas would run dry over the years, but Nas is a very smart businessman. And he has made millions of dollars due to his investments. And she's sitting over there and she's looking at what he has and she wants some of that. And that's why she, over the years, has continued to make allegations. She's still to this day talking about he owes her money. I'm pretty sure he has been paying her in regards to the child. But let's go back. Let's go back to how these two got together. They met at a VMA after party, a Diddy VMA after party back in 2002. She actually approached him and he played it cool. He acted like he didn't know who she was. But that's when the romance started. And they ended up getting engaged and married in 2005 at a Baptist church in Atlanta. And then about 4 years later, there is infidelity rumors, no abuse rumors, and that made the relationship more strained. Also, the fact that apparently a tape came out of Kelis and rapper Infrared that she claimed was before she met Nas, right? And she ended up divorcing him. They finalized the divorce in 2010. And there was nothing between them for almost 10 years until she did that Hollywood Unlocked interview where she was getting emotional because she wanted more child support. Because Nas, again, as I said before, he's doing very well for himself on the investment front. And she has her farm, but she's with this guy. He can't financially do anything for her. And she's looking at the fact that, he's in a good place financially, socially, career-wise. I mean, Nas has still been consistently putting out good music. And I think that has really bothered her, that he has not fallen off. He's not in a bad place. And when you have women like Kelis who is bitter, you have to ignore them. And that's what he has done. And the only time that Nas did not ignore Kelis was when she made those abuse allegations. He had to go and he had to defend himself and said that, I don't beat women and I didn't beat her. And I'm inclined to believe that. Now, was Nas probably a certain type of person decades ago? Yeah, but this guy dated Nicki Minaj. And to this day, has there been any other women out here saying that Nas, I mean, you're going to have bitter exes. Nas has probably other bitter exes, but with Kelis, she has consistently, since she's done the Hollywood Unlocked interview, made it seem like Nas is just making her life a nightmare, even though she is the one who is being a gatekeeper to his child. This is what women do. This is what she has done. And again, she's coming off very bitter. All somebody said was Nas and Kelis should double back. And she's the one that's getting in her feelings because she could have ignored that comment. You're saying that you two dealt with each other 15 years ago, but you are still trying to dirty his name for the sake of child support. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. And there are women like this who are willing to do whatever it takes in order to destroy a man and milk him of his resources. Now, this is an excerpt, or this is a couple different excerpts from her interview with Jason Lee from the Hollywood Unlocked some years ago. She says, I probably would have stayed longer had I not been pregnant with Knight, because I really did love him. And because we were married, she said, we weren't dating, we were married like this was my person. She also said, I've waited 9 years to say anything. I have never talked about this man ever, she tells Hollywood Unlocked. The amount of airing out that I could do, and I've chosen not to, our kids will find out. They're finding out now. I've never painted myself as a saint. Said, did he hit her? She says, did she hit him? She said, So she's basically saying that there was a mutual fight. So what are we talking about here? Again, I don't condone domestic violence, but if she's saying that he put hands on her and she put hands on him, it seemed like they may have had a volatile relationship, but he wasn't abusing her. Kelis does not seem like the type of person that's going to allow a man to abuse her. That's not what's going on here. But women will twist narratives, not all women, but women like this will twist narratives to make themselves seem like the victim, because with victimhood comes support. With support comes getting financial gains from it. But we know women have abused the victimhood narrative for years now, when we know that they're straight up lying. And because men are so afraid of getting canceled and losing what they have, they don't defend themselves. But Nas did. Now, Nas told Billboard, I do not beat women. I did not beat up my ex-wife. Stop. So after 10 years of keeping my silence during a decade of dealing with very hostile behavior and verbal abuse, and even your stepfather holding you back from one of your physical violent attacks on me right outside your house this year while trying to pick up our son while he watched from the window, it was my weekend and you denied me that because your parents were in town, he shared. Even our son wonders why you treat me the way you do. And I can believe that, because Nas, again, I'm talking about in recent history, does not come across as a very problematic person in regards to women. But Kelis has had, to me, I can believe what Nas is saying more than her, because she's the one who seems bitter. Why is she responding to people in the comment section who were like, y'all maybe should get back together? She could have just left it alone, but she had to respond because she knows deep down that she would get back with Nas if he wanted her. At least now, who was Kelis with? I know she lost her most recent partner, which is, it's not a good thing at all, especially for her. But again, you have to let this Nas thing go. He is your child's father. You're going to have to co-parent with him. You're still being very standoffish towards him. And what women don't understand, when they get online and they display this very confrontational behavior, even if it's in the comments, they come across as just mean-spirited. They come across as very bitter. I could see a scenario where she tries to keep him from seeing his child, because that's just her. I think Kelis probably was very immature. You got to understand, she came into the music business at a very young age, and I don't think that she was very mature back then. Doesn't seem very mature now. That's why she's single. You can post as many thirst traps as you want, but if you display a certain type of behavior, men are going to be very hesitant to want to date you. This is why she had to go date 70-something-year-old Bill Murray, of all people, right? And that still didn't. They ended up breaking up. Kelis is very weird. She is a very weird person, and I just think that you need to focus on co-parenting with Nas instead of being so confrontational. Y'all were married to each other. Y'all have child. So why are you so confrontational towards him? Why is it a situation where, that bitterness is still flowing in you? Nas is going to be a part of your life, whether you like it or not. And I'm pretty sure there are other men who've done worse to you than Nas, but Nas has probably treated you better than those men too. And women always tend to hold a grudge against the men who treat them better than the other men. Because I'm pretty sure there are men that have done worse to Kelis, and she has never, ever spoken ill of those men. Ever. But she's speaking ill of Nas because, again, Nas' life has gotten better. You know, he doesn't have any drama with women. I think he just bought himself a new place recently off of the investment money he's been making, the millions upon millions of dollars he's made from his investments. The fact that his life is good. His life is good. She's not in that good place. So therefore, she's going to lash out, which is what she's doing. She's lashing out. Continue to lash out, talking about how he owes her money. No, he owes your children money. He wouldn't owe you anything. You divorced him back in 2009, which means you didn't want to be a part of his life, so you shouldn't benefit from him financially. But should he take care of the children? Absolutely. Absolutely. Continue to take care of the children. But I don't think Nas owes you anything. I don't. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to all my channels. Check out the other videos. I'll see y'all next one.